Thank you, Proactive, for sponsoring this portion of the podcast. Exciting news, Proactive has just launched their newest skincare innovation, Proactive Clean. Proactive Clean is a gentle skincare routine formulated to clear mild acne to occasional breakouts for sensitive skin.
This is so exciting for me. I am a Proactive user. I was all through my 20s and 30s. It's the only line that kept my skin clear. And if you're thinking to yourself, Jen doesn't have acne, I'm here to tell you it's because I was using the Proactive. I wish, though, that we had Proactive Clean when I was using it back in my 20s, because this line is great. It's formulated without parabens, phthalates, sulfates, cyclic silicones, and 100 plus other no-no ingredients that you don't want on your skin when you're trying to treat your acne. Proactive is America's #1 clear skin routine, and it's dermatologist developed and tested with clinically proven ingredients. They've helped more than 20 million people, including me, get on the clear skin journey. And I'm so excited for this new line. And then we have a code for you guys so you can get a discount.
Go to Proactive.com now and use the exclusive promo code MASCARA to get 20% off your first order. Again, get 20% off your first order when you use the code MASCARA. That's Proactive, PROACTIV.com, and get 20% off your first order when you use the code MASCARA.
Proactive.com, and that code is MASCARA.
All right, everyone, 500. 500. That is insanity. But here we are. It has been years now.
How many podcasts can say they made it to 500 episodes?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. And we could not have done it without you. And
the fam.
Okay, so if you're just jumping in now, what a bizarre time to start listening, but thanks for coming. I'm Jess.
It's a nice clean number. I like that for you. Like, just started out at 500.
It's like, you know what? This has been test driven.
Yeah, they obviously know what they're talking about.
Yes.
And we do. I'm Jen, by the way. She's Jess.
So welcome to Fat Mascara. You've jumped in at a good time. I can't believe when we started this that like, it's just like day by day, we just got here. We just kept talking about beauty, kept having people on the show. So much has changed since we started. Relationships, jobs,
beauty
marriages,
products.
Children.
Think of all the brands that like are no more.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We're going to touch on that. Yeah, brands have been resurrected.
Yeah, that too.
We'll get to that as well. TikTokers, influencers, cancellations. I mean,
did we even say cancellations back in 2016? I don't know.
I think, well, it's funny. Like, if you look
magazines
through some of our
we worked at folded.
Oh, gone, done. What also is crazy is if you look through some of our roster, like some of our guests, like you look at a lot of them through different, like when they came on, just give a scroll. When they came on, you look at them like through different eyes now.
Oh, do you have an example you're thinking of?
I have a couple examples. I don't want to open up Pandora's box, but like there are people who, if we had them on today, we would ask them different questions today.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I especially think about some of the influencers we've had on here and there and how that whole world was built up in the last 7 years that we've been doing this podcast, like the Jaclyn Hills of it all, the Kathleen Lights of it
that's
all.
A perfect one. Okay, we had Jaclyn Hill on before like she had her brand and before like all of that mumbo jumbo. We had Manny and Patrick Starr as a duo. You think the two of them would come on as a duo today, sharing a marquee? Maybe. But they were like, it was like they were like influencers. Like, look how cute.
Yeah. Let's make it official. Because let's do a little walk down memory lane, shall we? Will you take my hand and go with me a little bit? Are you up for this? We have a little, it's not a game, but like, we gave ourselves a little
tennis match.
Yeah. So I haven't talked to you in advance about this, but we asked each other some of the same questions so you guys could reminisce with us. And the first one was, what's the best product you learned about from a listener? We didn't always do listener raise-a-wans, and it's one of my favorite part of the shows now. But Jess, what's the best product you learned about from a listener?
Oh, you're paying it to me first.
I'll go first if you like.
All right, you go first.
It's so random, but I've reordered now twice. High Garden Heirloom Teas. It's this all-natural tea company one of our listeners told us about, and they have this bladder relief tea. Anybody out there with like interstitial cystitis or bladder issues? Okay, I could give you a million beauty products, but listen, I know beauty. You guys always give me good beauty products too. But the teas from the Tennessee farmers, they're fabulous. And every time I order from them, I don't know, someone like a real person is just like, oh yeah, we just grew that. It's coming at you. And then I get a nice bag with little tea leaves in them and they last.
And you don't get like a
days.
UTI or something? Is it like it helps?
Well, I wouldn't say it, but let's not give it a medical claim, shall we? But if you're having symptoms of that sort, yeah, no, my other tea that they make that I love is called the Einstein tea, which is like supposed to help with focus, but it just tastes delicious. And you put that sachet in, you could add hot water all day long and just like, it tastes so good. And I wouldn't have heard about that without our listeners. What about you?
Very cool. I feel like I'm cheating because I'm going back like 3 weeks. But the Mooncat nail polish I'm wearing right now.
Say that. Yeah.
I freaking love it. I have it's on my desk. It's on my desk. The Mooncat nail polish was so good. I mean, I think my ears perked up because the listener was like, this is for you, Jess. So like, I need sort of a hand delivered, this one's for you.
Yes.
I need a customized
Well, that's the thing about beauty products. We could say all we want. Like, I love this thing, and you try it, and you're like, that's horrible. Like, it's a very personal experience.
It was so personalized, and this person really got me, and it's so good. Their whole thing, their colors, their whole mission, it's awesome.
Okay, so we put on your Mooncat polish. Go drink some Einstein tea from High Garden. There you go. Speaking of products, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was thinking about all the brands we've talked about over the years that have gone, been resurrected, new founder, mergers and acquisitions. The beauty space got so speedy in the last 7 years. So like I was looking back, we used to raise a wand to some of these products. I'm like, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist anymore. Like products that I loved.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah. What's a raise a wand product you've raised a wand to that's been discontinued?
You know, this is also a hot topic. I feel like I'm picking some low-hanging fruit. But the entire Marc Jacobs beauty line. But we know it's the spoiler alert, man. Little spoiler alert.
It's not a spoiler.
Know it's coming.
Our listeners know what's going on.
Yeah, you guys all know. It's coming back. It's going to be resurrected. Date, I think it's pretty much TBD, but we know it's coming. But are those products going to be like the originals? That I don't have the answer for you.
I do have an answer direct from the company. Got a little quote on that. Wait for the news section.
Okay.
Yes. All right, my turn. Discontinued product. What did it? Oh, God, I know it. Sally Hirschberger's Hair Glam Waves Style Shaper. When we started this podcast in 2016, that was my go-to product. You bought it at Walgreens. It was a foam. It made my hair fabulous. I would just put it in when it was damp, go to sleep. It woke up with the perfect waves. We even had Sally Hirschberger, rock star hairstylist, on the show, and I told her about it because by that point, it was already discontinued. And guys, I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you. She sent me 3 bottles of it that she still had around. They ran out. Truly 2021 is the last time I used it. Went on eBay, there was like a $70 bottle, but now it's just gone.
That was a really good line. That was a really good line. I co-sign on that. All right, Jen, I've got one for you. What is the most embarrassing moment you've ever had on the show?
Okay. There's a couple. There's many. What are we talking about? The most embarrassing Fat Mascara moment is Jess and I went to the Indie Beauty Expo. And like they had a big step and repeat up.
I have no idea what you're going to say. I have no idea.
Well, that's why this is fun. And the publicist or somebody was like, "Oh, Fat Mascara, come in front of, take a picture." And so we walk in front of the step and repeat, and I literally tripped and face planted at your feet. And the picture that is taken, I have this picture still. You look amazing, and you have this like sly smile. You're looking at the camera like nothing has happened, and I'm literally at your feet on the ground. Like,
are you serious?
The snap second the photo was taken, either you saw me fall but just kept the face, or you hadn't yet realized I fall. So it looks like you don't give a crap that I'm laying there falling because you're like giving like smiles to the camera. And I remember feeling
Isn't there a photo like that with like Amy Schumer? Do you remember like Amy Schumer like crashed red carpet? But there's like, I don't know if it was like a bit
she's making
her.
fun of it too. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna put this up on the blog on the fatmascara.com website so you can see the photo. I like to think you knew what was happening. It's just like really, the face you have on is too much. Anyway, I was very, very embarrassed. And then On the show proper, I checked to make sure my memory was right on this. I listened back. There was an episode we did with a founder. Her name was Kristen Petrovich. I think Shawl was her brand.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
She started talking about Tesla purple plates for charging her crystals. And I could not keep it together. You were at, okay, so I should charge my crystals. And you just kept asking her and she was like, yeah, they don't work until you've charged them for 20 minutes. And you were like, so if I just pick up the crystal by itself, is that doing anything? She's like, well, you could always get a Tesla plate. Some purple plate was like some electromagnetic mumbo jumbo. All you can hear is me in the background, losing it. I got the giggles so bad. And I feel so badly because, this woman obviously really believes in her Tesla purple plate and her crystals. And I'm not one to knock another person's yum. I'm not going to yuck your yum. But, I was a bad interviewer back then. I couldn't keep it together. And I got the giggles about the fucking charging crystals. I'm sorry. Lesson learned. Don't laugh at the guest right in front of their face or in the background. But you kept it together. So thank you for that.
Well, I like that kind of thing. So, yeah, I love it.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell if you were – I think you were really asking because I think you had some crystals and you were like, oh, shit, my crystals aren't charged.
Oh, wait till you see my razor wand. So, yeah, I have
Wait, you're not getting out of this. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, damn. All right. Again, too many to count, very cringy. And I'm sure –
Cringe wasn't even a thing when we started this show. Cringe.
That was just I have real issues with the whole cringe conversation. It's just that's just part of being a person. Now there's a whole thing for it. It's just I can't. But anyway, I think when the show first came out, we had an episode. I'm not even going to point you guys to which one because I don't want anyone to go back and listen. Where one of my superiors at work listened to it, and then she was like, "Really good, Jess. Really, really good. I really liked it. But wow, you drop a lot of F-bombs." And
like a boss said this to you, which is, yeah.
Yeah, somebody in a position of...
I don't think of you as someone with a potty mouth.
Well, that's what struck me that because this person also isn't a prim and proper, it was the comment came from a person who I didn't expect.
Oh my God, I wonder what you were talking about that you dropped so many. But I have to put the explicit when we do have curses because that's required by all the platforms. And maybe we have, I would say, 5% of our shows or maybe 10% we've cursed on. So
it just really, my overall point was the level of awareness that other people have of you and how you see yourself was so different. And it's that's what she took away. And she liked the content. But I was like, who is listening? Because I didn't know she listened. And that's what she took away was very unnerving to me.
I think it's something we've both had to get over as we've done this. We're putting a lot of us out there every week, aren't we?
Yeah. And I didn't know that bit about myself. So that's not how I want to be perceived. I'm not some kind of Puritan, but that's not how I see myself.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
I don't see you like that either. I'm always I feel bad when I curse. I am a potty mouth. But yeah, I get it.
You get what I'm saying. Yeah. And that could be applied to anything. Oh, you're like this, you're like that. It's no, I'm not. It's oh, I guess that person thinks I am.
Yeah. Plus, when you make a podcast, you have to grow some tough skin. Comments are fun, but we love you. We put this out every week. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of putting this out every week, thank you to our sponsors. No, it's funny. This is not a sponsor moment or anything, but we have had so many great sponsors over the years that help support the show, that you guys use their codes. It's all great. I'm curious, Jess, what's your favorite sponsor of all time?
Oh my God, I have so many favorite sponsors.
Okay. Yeah, we only use sponsors that we like their stuff.
I think there's a few, but one that I really like is Storyworth because it's such an such an unusual product. And so if you don't know what Storyworth is, it's they're prompts for somebody in your family member, ask your mom or grandma or whatever, what was a special time in their life, who did they go to prom with, what was the best vacation. It feeds them questions and then it compiles them into a book or my point is it creates a conversation between you and other people that you might not have and then puts all those things together.
Yeah. One of our longest running sponsors too. They come back
Yeah.
usually every holiday season. It's such a good gift. Guys, this isn't sponsored by them by any means.
No.
It's
a great gift, and it's such an unusual kind of product. It's very like editorial, and
I'm a storyteller. So I like that.
Storyteller. Love Aloe moves. And I love doing the Hello Fresh ones with you because I love hearing about what you and Eric are cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine's a recent one, actually. I'm not going to say my Honey Love bra, though I have worn that all summer. But that site, Quince, that honestly, before they were a sponsor, I had never heard of. I'm obsessed with that site now. My linen.
Chic.
Everything linen from them is amazing. Go buy a linen dress. Go buy linen. So I got the short set. I think it's a pajama set, but it's like $59, maybe $49 actually. Luckily, this is not actually the commercial because I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I have worn it everywhere. I wear it open over a bikini, like a little short set. I wear it to sleep sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I woke up in this and I'm just going to wear this for home office day. Quince, go get you some comfortable but like chic looking. Linen's always so wrinkly and like it doesn't look as cool as it does on Gwyneth Paltrow. And this is like, I don't know, it washes well. When it came out of the dryer, it doesn't look like a wrinkled old napkin or something. So Quince, they do other stuff too, not just linen.
That's a really good point. It doesn't look as good as it does on Gwyneth. I think
linen was one of those things I was like, nobody looks good in linen like, unless they have a stylist and a steamer like at the ready. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but that linen, I think I just had bad linen up until now. So anyway, favorite sponsor, there you go.
Okay. Jen, what was your proudest moment on the show?
Oh, I'm up. Oh, okay. I do remember what I want to say. The episode I got you into a tattoo shop. Do you remember? I think we were celebrating like our first birthday. So this would have been—
It was our first birthday.
2017.
It was so cold.
Yeah, it was the winter. And Saved Tattoo in Williamsburg was still open. So I took you to Saved Tattoo. And I just remember, like I had been there before to get tattoos, but I wanted you there when I got my fat mascara tattoo, which is, I have like eyelashes on both my pinky fingers. And Jess's face was just like, you were delighted. Nothing would have brought you into a tattoo shop before. And you were with me who knew the owner, so you felt like comfortable. Yeah. And I just remember thinking like, oh, she's like a kid. Like, it's like you would never have gone in there otherwise. So I was very proud to have dragged you into a tattoo shop to watch me get a tattoo.
I definitely felt like the people there all knew that I didn't have a tattoo.
They didn't care. They were very kind there, but I get it. Like, it's very intimidating to go to get tattoos.
It was intimidating.
You feel like you're walking into like a prison yard and it's like, what? Yeah, I get it. Who's this? Who's the new blood? Yeah, no, they didn't at all. But when I first started getting tattoos, that's how I felt too. So I get it. And that's why I'm proud of you for going in there with me.
Proudest moment.
Yeah, your turn.
That was a really fun day, by the way. I didn't know that Saved wasn't still there anymore.
No, Virginia and her partner, they shut it down in the early pandemic. Stop stalling, though. You have to be proud now.
I think my proudest moment on the show was like, can I say like during the show, during Fat Mascara's like tenure?
Sure.
Has been like when we've been mentioned out. No, I don't mean like a press mention. Not that I don't appreciate all the coverage from like the beauty community. Thank you so much. But like when we've been mentioned in like weird things that are outside of beauty. So like when we were on Drew's News for the Drew Barrymore show, and I love the Drew Barrymore show.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Vaguely? You kidding?
Did Zana mention us on Drew's News? Yes.
I like lost my damn mind. I was like taping it on my phone. I was flipping out. And then in the New Yorker, there was a piece and it mentioned Fat Mascara in it. So when Fat Mascara pops up outside,
a quote
of
that
the
I remember, it was
space,
Christian Louboutin was on our show. Didn't they use a quote from him from our podcast?
Yes.
In a story about clogs?
Clogs. Yeah. Because he was like, clogs. It's like, and he said like, I hate clogs. Like the noise they make, like clunk, clunk or something, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
Whenever we're mentioned outside in the bigger world, Fat Mascara in the wider world.
That's always really proud. Yeah.
I want to know, we're getting to the end. The funniest moment on the show, Jen.
When Nigel Barker pulled you aside to teach you how to smize. It was the cutest, funniest thing I've ever seen. He like walked Jess through like pretending that chocolate was melting on her. Now, I don't even remember what the steps were. And I was like both weirdly seduced, but also giggling, but also like it was working for me. I was just like, this is fabulous.
in person. And I saw him at a lunch recently, and we were looking at each other. And then before the lunch was over, because we weren't talking to each other, I grabbed him and I was like, Nigel. Oh, no. I wrote him. That's what happened. I wrote him.
Oh, okay.
I DM'd him and I was like, hi, I saw you at the lunch. And he was like, I knew you looked familiar. And I was like, you were on Fat Mascara. And he was like, right. Because it had been
like,
so many years.
Host, right.
And I said, you taught me how to smize.
Right. It was one of the funniest moments for me. It was great.
I really tried, Jen, to make this like quick and snappy, but I don't have a funniest moment. Like, I think we've just laughed so hard on the show.
What about behind the scenes? Funny story.
A funny story when we were trying to set up remote during the pandemic and I was rolling around my, because Jeff would be with the baby in the living room.
You were in the closet.
First I was in the closet and then I was in the bedroom because we were in a one bedroom and I was sitting on the bed and like propping things up on like books on the bed because there was no like desk or anything. And I'm propping and I'm like 5 minutes early for our interview with Kim Kardashian and I turn around and she's just there looking like on her phone, like waiting for the interview to start.
I forgot about that. She was very early to her interview, so I let her into the studio. Yeah, and she was so professional.
And I'm like, hi, I'll be right there.
Yeah, but it was early pandemic, so I feel like we all had—
It's like chaotic energy.
Yeah, and everybody was so used to like the virtual idea, and it would be weird. Like, remember the Today Show? Like, they'd be having a person in their basement, and then their earbud falls out. Yeah. Oh my God, just imagine you're in a closet, and you turn around, and Kim Kardashian's like on a Zoom waiting for you.
She was on a couch, like a teenager, like texting, waiting for the interview to start.
Yep. That was a good one.
She was early though, super professional. She was great. So it wasn't funny. It was more just like, funny, huh? So, okay. And then finally, Jen, who is your dream guest?
There's a bunch. I still like Pat McGrath needs to happen.
It's got to happen.
She's a mysterious woman. She doesn't give a lot of interviews. She gives interviews about it, but she doesn't talk about herself a lot. And I would love to dig into her creative genius brain. I want to interview her. Rihanna would be great. She's so nice. Like when I've seen her at events in person, she's like talks to everybody. She's down. Like I feel like it's not unheard of in the world that we might someday. She's a mother now. She's very busy. I get that. And then our listeners requested this one. And guys, I've been trying. I've requested a couple times. I have a new maybe through somebody I know. But you know the podcast Poog, Kate Berlant and Jacqueline Novak. I started listening before I actually even saw any of Kate Berlant's comedy. So I loved them. And then I realized how funny she was. And I saw her comedy show. She just had a special like maybe last year. And I was like, oh, I want to talk to her about beauty so bad. I think that'd be so good. I just keep trying and nobody over there answers my emails. Like I gotta like go through the like somebody who knows somebody circles. But I'm trying. So those are mine. What about you? Dream guest.
Okay, Poog. Come
That's
on,
not
Poog.
yours. What's yours? Who's yours?
No, I know.
You just want to keep saying
I just love saying
okay.
Poog.
Okay.
Poog. I mean, I think it's obvious. We've, Pat, come on. Let's chat. Let's chat,
It's obvious, Pat. Come on. Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Let's
for
chat,
sure.
Pat.
As we celebratory, all of that. Pat, call us. We love you. Let's do a podcast. Oh, yeah. Hey, also, we have a show to do. You ready to do that? We got some news. We've got a special guest. Maybe I'll put it in the title. Maybe I won't. I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I'm really excited that he's in the green room right now, but he'll be coming on soon. So we'll get to the news we'll raise some wands, and that'll be our 500th episode. You ready, Jess?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm a little bit out of practice for the news, as is Jess, but we'll get back into the cadence as September comes. So I'm not going to fill you in on the whole month's worth that we were away. We weren't away the whole month, but you know what I mean. But one highlight we did mention at the top of the show is that Marc Jacobs Beauty is coming back. So I reached out to people at the company because I was like, can you give me anything else? What's going on? And as you know, Jess knows, you guys might not know, 2013, they started with Kendo, right? That officially ended in 2021, which they didn't actually officially say till this new announcement, but yes, that's done. And Coty, the brand's perfume partner, has taken over the cosmetic license for the next 15 years. I don't know if that means we are guaranteed to have MJ Beauty for 15 years, but the license belongs to them for 15 years. And I heard that it won't be launched for some time. Women's Wear Daily reported roughly 2 to 3 years. She would not negate that. But she did say We cannot expect the same products. It is being developed by a different company. And so perhaps some of our favorites will return. They might not be the same formulations because it is a whole brand new company. So beware of that. I'm just really excited. I just want my Hey Stranger lipstick, and you want your brownie lip liner and your Velvet Noir mascara. I know.
I wouldn't mind the coconut bronzer back. Wouldn't mind having that
that's another
back.
good one. All right, hear that, Cody? There you go. Just in other Cody-related news, also Beauty Fashion just reported on this. Unnamed source says both Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian are interested in buying back stakes in their companies that they had sold to Cody. Interesting to see what will happen there. They want to regain control because they're not happy, but nobody will give details on why they're not happy. There's all sorts of politicking here going on. But in our M&A section, just kidding, we don't have that. We have Jess's business desk, which we'll get to next week. But that's the news.
Uh-oh, the pressure's on.
Tomorrow, New York Fashion Week starts, the kickoff of Spring Summer 2024, which is insane to me because I worked in magazines when I remember being like, Spring Summer '06, like what's hot, the beauty trends for '06. Spring Summer 2024 kicks off tomorrow. And in some fashion adjacent beauty news, did you see the Paco Rabanne makeup line?
I did.
Yes, very spacey, very silvery and cool, and a makeup artist who I think is so good with color, though I am a little bit personally scared of her, developed it, Diane Kendall. What a color genius she is. Why are you laughing?
Wait, tell me why you're scared of Diane Kendall.
Oh, well, I mean, backstage, she was always fine. Like, she wasn't mean. But I have been on set with her. I remember we used her for, like, a couple beauty stories at Cosmo Girl. And we did some really cool, like, avant-garde stuff. And it was like a mad scientist. Like, I remember we did this one look. It was, like, for Halloween. And the girl had, like, twigs as lashes. It was gorgeous. But, like, you don't mess with Diane when she's working. Like, it was like a mad scientist at work on this girl's face. And the girl was so pretty. I think I'm intimidated is what I'll say.
I get it. Well, I love seeing Diane Kendall do things with color because I feel like there was a running joke about how like Diane Kendall would always do like these really low, no makeup shows. And she would be like, just a bit of balm. The girls are gorgeous.
Did she do the CK line when there was CK makeup, or am I making that up? Maybe not.
I think she did, but I want to
fact check that, everyone. But yeah, she did love a nude. But when on camera with a good photographer, the nudes, like, I watched her do the makeup. It wasn't just a little bit of balm. There was like browns and purples and that.
No, but I mean like backstage runway when everything is like she would do a lot of.
That was also why I was scared of her, because you never coming back to your boss with a quote that meant anything if you had Diane Kendall backstage. She wasn't there for your beauty hacks. No.
But I love that about her, because she was like, I'm not going to give you a bunch of hocus pocus nonsense.
If all I did was put lip balm on. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not telling a bunch of people standing around me with their cell phone recording that I did bibbity bobbity boo when I didn't do that.
Yeah. And then your editor-in-chief would be like, but what's the new tip? What's the, like...
She's not playing the game. She's not playing that silly game.
Just put the damn lipstick on. Why has it got to be a tip? Fine, put it in your refrigerator first. I don't fucking know. All right, anyway. Okay, moving on.
I'm excited. Yes.
Yeah. Let's go to the science corner. Come on. No one's been there in a while. Let's go. Okay, so skincare in space. When Japanese astronaut Kimiya Yui heads to the International Space Station in 2024, he'll have 2 new skincare products developed at the request of the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency. So last week, the products, which they have a brand name, Cosmology, were debuted to the public. Okay, what makes them special? The face wash uses no water. It's like a wipe-off face wash. Okay, fine. And then the lotion, there's like a hydrating lotion. It stays in a semi-solid state, so it won't scatter in low gravity, which I never even thought about. You can't be squirting out moisturizer up at the space station. So they'll be on sale to the public later this year, and the packaging is delightful. Just go Google it, Cosmology. Or I'll put it on the blog, fatmascara.com. However, when I read about this, I thought, I called it. Literally nothing. When we were talking about Estee Lauder and Man U, maybe it was in July.
Yeah.
And I was like, literally nothing is beyond the scope of branded segments or advertising opportunities, because I wasn't able to confirm this. I reached out, but I haven't been able to verify. But I am 98% sure the 2 companies that develop these products are paying for the privilege to be associated with the Aerospace Exploration Agency. They gave a nice bit of money to the space explorers in order to be used by
We went
astronauts.
to space.
Yeah, like there's no way they didn't. And it was developed by a Japanese company called Pola, that's a cosmetic company, and then the parent company of All Nippon Airways, ANA. So like they had like some sort of licensing deal with the space exploration. I'm sure of it. I'll confirm in a later episode if I can. But I just think there's like no limit to our world being branded and advertised. You know what I mean?
I think that's a really great parallel you've just drawn. Yeah. I feel like there's been other skincare companies that have tried to align themselves with space.
Estee Lauder sent some serum to space, if I remember correctly.
Did they?
There's a sunscreen company that was developed because it blocks more of the UV. Because imagine the freaking UV when you're up there. There's no atmosphere protecting. You need like SPF 2 billion. So if you look out the little window and the sun's coming over the horizon of the Earth.
I just don't know if that is... I feel like skincare is so emotional, and I don't know if like that
it's not doing it for you.
Emotional,
the brand story.
I get the logic. Yeah. I don't feel like that's an emotional story.
But I could see people who love space exploration and the romance of that all, like the last frontier, that would be into that as a selling point.
Agree, but I don't know how many of them there are. I could be totally wrong. I'm just going by my gut feeling.
Yeah. Okay, lastly, my quirky neighborhood news.
Love
no
it.
music for that, guys, thankfully. It's actually in my neighborhood, sort of. It's probably the highest fashion neighborhood news I've ever shared. Chanel is taking over a diner from September 8th to 10th. That's this weekend. You can go to the Lucky Chance Diner in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn. For a free experience and celebrate the launch of Chance Eau Fraiche perfume. Basically, they redid this diner in all of the Eau Fraiche colors. You can go there. And I just guarantee you will see 1,000 influencers taking photos in the pink and green booths and et cetera. However, callback. Jess, do you remember where we went after I took you to Saved Tattoo Shop?
We went to the diner.
We went to this very same diner. It was the Wyeth Diner. I was famished. You were famished. We had French fries.
I had
cheese fries.
I thought I had mozzarella sticks.
Maybe you had mozzarella sticks. I had cheese fries. We sat in a booth that is now probably just covered in Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche instead. Isn't that funny?
Wait, so what was going on with this diner that they were able to take over it?
I think it closed during the pandemic, and it was sitting there. And instead of doing like a pop-up experience in an empty storefront in Soho, which has been the norm for the past many years, how freaking cool to take an empty diner and Chanelify it.
Well, I love a diner, so.
I don't know how long it'll be there, but this weekend you can go for free if you're in the New York area. Lucky Chance Diner, it's called. And that's my neighborhood news, and that's all of my news. And now it's time for our very, very special guest. Jess, you can now tell people who it is.
Guys, okay, I am so thrilled to introduce, if you don't know him already, or reintroduce our old friend Christopher Buckle. He is one of our pod faves. He is hilarious. He's adorable. And he is just such a lovely guy. I feel like I've gotten so much wisdom from him. If you have not listened to our past 2 Christopher Buckle episodes, go do yourself and listen to them now. Some hot tips that I'll never forget. Just add blush. You're not going to go wrong. Otherwise, your face is going to look like a thumb.
Just add blush. Yes. Continue. Keep going.
Also, I started this with him like how many years ago was this that we started the show?
7.
Like 6 years ago, 7 years ago? Okay, my face has changed. I hate to break it to you. I rely on some of his tips more today than I did before. I'm just saying.
He does know how to put makeup on a diva, as she...
That's exactly. Making me look good as the years go on.
In front of her audience's eyes. All right, should we let Christopher on to Fat Mascara?
Yeah, bring him in.
Okay, fam, I'm trying to do right by my body over here at Fat Mascara, especially my hair. And finding a product that actually works and is made with healthy ingredients always seems like a trade-off. But with Vegamour, we get products that are made with clean, healthy ingredients, and they give me visibly healthier hair and scalp. I love that. With Vegamour, you're able to have visibly thicker, fuller, shinier, longer hair without the harsh ingredients. Every cute pink bottle of Vegamour products are 100% cruelty-free and never formulated with potentially harmful chemicals.
Jen, here's what I love about Vegamour. I like things to be simple, simple, simple in my life right now. And Vegamore has this nice little Grow Essentials kit where you get to try more than one amazing product at a great savings. And I love a savings. When you sign up for a monthly subscription, you save more and you never run low on the products that you need to take care of your hair. And the key is, as we always say, consistency. You've got to be consistent to get your most beautiful, healthy looking hair. Fun fact, Vegamore sells one bottle of Grow Serum every 15 seconds on their website. That's how good this stuff is.
Give your hair the power of the little pink bottle with Vegamore. For a limited time, Fat Mascara listeners get 20% off their first order by going to vegamore.com/fatmascara and using the code FATMASCARA at checkout. That's Vegamore, Vegamor. Vegamore.com/fatmascara. Again, Vegamor.com/fatmascara with the code FATMASCARA.
Hey, Jen, are you still wearing your Honey Love bra or have you not taken it off yet?
I know you're kidding, but it is truly my favorite bra from Honey Love.
Listen, I get it. If you don't know what Honey Love is, if you don't know why we're giggling, let me tell you a little bit about Honey Love's bras. They have the most supportive bonding that eliminates the need for underwire without sacrificing lift. And they're made with fabric that is so soft, it feels like a second skin. You're going to immediately feel and see the difference. It is so next level comfortable, you're going to forget you're wearing it.
That's my bra. That's the Honey Love crossover bra. If you want to go shop there, the crossover is the one we're talking about. But they also have shapewear, underwear, bodysuits, and all of it has that same kind of second skin feeling, not too tight, but everything's just zooped, smooth. You gotta love it.
Treat yourself to the best shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/mascara. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/mascara. Cinched, snatched, and lifted. It is a hot girl season thanks to Honey Love. Oh my God, thank God Christopher's here. Thank God he's here.
You weren't having fun with just me?
No, I was having plenty fun, but I feel like it's kind of like a little bit of a thing with me that I feel like I mention you all the time, Christopher.
Aw, thank you.
You are one of my absolute favorites, and I just adore you. You know that, so I can't even be chill.
Well,
You're an amazing mate. Sorry, were you going to say something nice about me?
I was going to say that you guys are my favorite, like hands down. This was always the best experience for me.
Oh, wow.
Are you surprised?
No, speaking of always, because he's been on the show twice already.
We have the very big, like, no repeats.
Oh, really?
But that may change now that we've hit 500. But you're in our third Timers Club, which is a first.
Yay.
But I want to just do a little quick catch up with you. What have you been doing? You're always busy. If you follow Christopher on Instagram, you'll know he's always with somebody deeply fabulous, like a Jessica Chastain, a Mariah.
Yes.
And then you also like make time to hang out with everybody. Like you're always with somebody fabulous.
Well, yeah, because most of the people I work with are my friends also. So I'm either painting their face and hanging out with them, or I'm just painting their face, or I'm just hanging out with them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your clients want to hang out with you too. That's the you're also like hang out in their kitchens and with their kids and stuff. Like they let you in.
Yeah. I'm fun.
I know you are really fun. You are really fun.
That means you're not going to be mad at us for wanting to play a game with you.
Yeah, so we're going to play a quickie little game with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, a quickie
Just
game.
a quick game. Mm-hmm. All right. It's called Buckle Up.
Buckle up? I love it already.
Watch what happens live. Okay.
Yes.
It's been my deepest influence.
Well,
my
Andy's
inspiration.
a pal of mine. He's great.
He's fun. Okay. Ready? So Christopher, you were in a band when you were younger.
Yes, I was.
What was the name? That's not part of the game. I'm just curious.
On 10-2.
What?
On 10-2.
Oh, on 10-2.
Yes, it was a new wave band, think Ministry, kind of like that. And then I also had a solo record that was released under the name Icon, I-K-O-N, 1991.
Really?
Yes.
Vinyl, CD?
Vinyl.
All the mediums?
It was vinyl. It's sampled, actually. I hear my voice sometimes being sampled in like newer music. And I'm like, well...
And you get those residual checks?
No, because on the vinyl, we made sure that we left isolated samples of my voice and different sounds that we used intentionally, because it helps DJs mix in and out of certain records. And it was a techno record. Yeah, so it's a real clean vocal that people can distort and use.
Did you ever talk to Mariah about maybe doing a little like a sample with her?
Oh, no. It's not in the vein of a Mariah Carey song, nor is it at the quality in which it would need to be any part of Mariah's art. It is literally me. I am like doing fake opera. I'm singing like this fake, big, bombastic, male, operatic kind of a sounding aria, but it's totally just put on like fake.
What about like, do you still work with Erica Jane at all?
Oh, yeah. I saw Erica recently.
I feel like that could totally work with her.
Oh, she could work that in. I'm sure she could work that in. Yeah. But I sang with Mariah on tour.
What song? What song? I feel like that's one of my questions coming up.
It was a song called Ex-Girlfriend, and it was the Rainbow Tour. And like a week before we left, Mariah was like, I have a question. We're doing skits. How do you feel about coming out from an elevator at the top of a staircase and walking down and singing a song with me? And I was like, oh my God, yes, of course. And then she's like, but there's one catch. And I was like, what? She's like, you'll be in drag.
I was about to say, what were you wearing?
I was wearing a blue dress. Yeah. I was the devil in a blue dress. But I did it. I was like, I have never done drag per se, but if you're going to do it with Mariah Carey and singing in every major arena around the world, you might as well just do it.
Oh, this was a repetitive thing. This wasn't a one-off. This was like night,
every night, the entire tour. Yep.
Wait, you had to do her makeup, relax, put yourself into drag, and then go perform.
Not in that order. I made sure to get myself ready so that I wouldn't be compromising the time I need with her.
Did you have a queen name, or were you still Christopher?
It was a beauty pageant kind of a scene on the stage, and so my beauty pageant name in my banner said Miss Ter.
Ah.
Mr. Yeah. And she had one that said Misunderstood.
Classic.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Damn.
I get it.
What an icon with a K you are. Jeez.
Have you found this stuff like on the streets or on eBay?
Years and years ago, there was some sort of app and you could or a website and you could find like unusual music or whatever. And I did see my record there. It was called We Must Go Free. And I use a sample of, I think it's Farrakhan. It's a crazy song. And if you go to YouTube and you punch in my name and icon, there's a live performance. It's my very first performance at Danceteria, and it's live. Yeah. It's pretty horrible because it was the first time I was performing it. And if you see what I look like, that is a treat in itself.
Oh my God, I love it, Christopher. Yeah. So I don't think Annie Cohen's hiring me anytime soon because I'm not even through my first question. I just wanted to know.
How's the game going, Jess? How's the game going?
Just edit. You can edit. It's fine.
I wanted to know what was the most rock and roll thing you did on the road with Mariah, but I mean, you gave us a pretty good answer.
Well, yeah.
But I'd like to know, is there anything else, like any hotel, trashing stories?
No, we don't trash. Well, I will say one thing. Mariah likes to play pranks, and you get bored when you're on the road and stuff. So once in the hotel, I don't even remember what town or country we were in, but we went around to different doors in the middle of the night. And we played Ring and Run. So that was fun.
I'm just picturing her in an evening gown and heels running away from the door.
Yeah. And another time, when Mariah's singing, she has to have a lot of vaporizers around because the humidity is really good for your voice. And so when you're a celebrity and you ask for a vaporizer, they give you 7. Or, if you ask for a cookie, you've got like a baker staying up till 3 a.m. baking you every cookie under the sun. It's like always too much. So they gave her like 7 or 8 humidifiers and they hooked them all up into her bedroom because they said we need it in the bedroom. And so she woke up in the middle of the night because she felt something hitting her. And it was the wallpaper that was falling off of the walls. Because the humidity was so much.
It was steamed it off of the walls.
Yes. And she was like confused. She was confused in the dark. Stuff is like on top of her. She was like, what is going on?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Being glamorous is hard, isn't it, Christopher?
Oh, it ain't easy.
If Mariah called you on stage to perform one song, what would it be?
Yeah, your answer.
Ex-girlfriend?
Oh my God. Well, no. I mean,
what would you do?
If she asked me to sing a song with her?
Yeah. Your choice now.
I'll be there.
It's classic.
I mean, and that's assuming that I could actually sing it in that key, which I probably could. I know I could not.
She'll rearrange for you.
I'll be like, I'll be there to comfort you.
Ooh, got a little twang, too.
It'll be
I like it.
Barry White. Okay.
All right, buckle up. Next question.
Okay.
You're one of the sharpest wits in beauty, Christopher. What was the dumbest gig you've ever had?
The dumbest gig? Oh, wow. Well, I mean, there's so many. As far as a makeup artist goes, I got paid once so much money to do BB Newworth's makeup for Chicago, for the big posters on the buses. And I showed up, and I had to knock on her dressing room door at the theater, and Max Vadukel was shooting it. And she answered the door, and her makeup was completely finished and done. She's like, oh, I didn't know that there was going to be a makeup artist. Like, I just did what I normally do. She's like, how does it look? I'm like, it looks great. And she's like, okay, well, I'm like, I just feel bad that I'm like getting paid to be here. And she goes, just make sure my tits and my ass stay in my costume. I'm good.
Iconic. I love it. I love it.
I didn't have to think that day. I just had to be on tit patrol.
Tit Patrol, dumbest gig. Okay.
Yes.
I know you also used to work with Patricia Fields.
Yes.
Craziest memory. Like, did any future clients come in?
Oh, yeah. You know, Deborah Harry would always come in. Lady Miss Keir, B-52s would come in, and I did their last album cover, actually.
Oh, so cool.
Well, I mean, one time what was really funny is Terence Trent D'Arby. I don't know if you...
Yeah.
Wishing well.
Looking over, wishing well, kiss and tell. Yeah. He was a beautiful guy with like twists in his hair and everything. And he was very beautiful and very egotistical. And he was shopping, and one of the workers ran up to him and said, oh my God, I love you guys. Milli and Vanilli are my favorite.
Oh, no.
How'd that go down?
Oh, not good.
I have so many follow-up questions, but that's not how the game works. Okay. All right, Jess, you go.
All right. So you've spoken about on our show about how you know, when you first got to New York, you were scraping by.
Yes.
Now you're not scraping by anymore.
No, thank God.
What's the first big thing you bought when you got successful?
My teeth.
I was like, why is he leaning in like that? They're gorgeous.
I grew up seeing Donnie Marie, Sonny and Cher, Carol Burnett. Like a movie star sparkled, and they also had beautiful white teeth. And I kind of looked like a reject from a jack-o'-lantern contest. Like, no. I had a good face. I was born with and blessed with a great face, but my teeth literally could bite an apple through a picket fence. They were not good. They were white, but they were crazy.
Some are here, some are there. Yeah.
Yes, it was bad. It was really bad. So I
don't mean to laugh. It's the way you're saying it. Yeah.
I was just tired of being like the human piranha.
Did you do them all at once?
Yes. And Dr. Lohnberg, Dr. Mark Lohnberg, he does everybody's teeth, and he did mine, and amazing and beautiful and not too crazy looking. Like, he does the right thing.
Yeah. He's a nice guy too.
And it's like, you can never regret doing your teeth.
And what about your mom? When'd you get your mom? Because I know you guys are tight.
Teeth. No, I'm kidding.
I'd believe it, though. I mean, it's a nice thing to do for someone.
When you have stuff and you're like having excessive things and it looks like you're living the high life, it's not fun if the rest of the people around you are not experiencing the same thing. Yeah. It's almost embarrassing. So I made sure that my mother and my sister had Louis Vuitton bags and Prada bags and fancy things that they wouldn't normally get themselves. And I brought them on vacations, and my sister got to meet many people like Prince, and yeah.
So cool. I can tell that you're really close with your family, which is super sweet and super nice to witness. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, buckle up. You work with Academy Award-winning actresses and reality stars. Tell us, what's the biggest difference?
The Academy Award.
Yep. All right.
The biggest difference between an Academy Award-winning actress and a reality star is, I guess, what's at stake. There's so much at stake for actresses, and it's always high stakes. So every time they step out, there's less of a, when you're a reality star, it's just more casual, I think. A little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
You are not expected to be perfect.
No, you mess up, that makes news.
Yes, exactly.
Can you act differently when you're working with a reality star versus an Academy Award?
I am always exactly who I am. Like, I don't adjust me. So I'm either for you or I'm not for you. But I don't change myself. Like, I'll change the way I do someone's makeup to satisfy them.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to change me. Yeah, I'm always the same. I'm not going to be like blazing in through the doorway cursing. You know, hey, did you hear the one about
Academy Award?
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
So there's 3 gay guys on a boat, and you know, I don't do that.
No,
I know my audience
all the time.
I know my audience, so yeah.
Okay, that's a nice segue to my last question. So you have so many amazing clients. You've been at a place for a very long time where you can pick them. What does it take for you to choose that you want to work with somebody?
I like to work with, number one, smart people. You have got to be smart. I can't be around dumb people or just like dullards. Like you have to be smart, and you also have to be talented. And that whether it's acting, whether it's singing, whether it's being on a reality show, like you've got to be good at what you do. Because I don't know, I guess at a certain point, all of us are the doormen or the door people to our own nightclub of life. So it's you've got to decide, even if you're working, who you're going to let in the club. So I'm a little picky about that.
As you should be.
Yeah, but that's the main thing. It's like you got to be smart and you got to be talented.
Guys, please note, he did come on our 500th episode. So what does that say about us?
Well, I do. I make exceptions. No.
Oh, please. You're done. Buckle up's over. Thank you. Goodbye.
Cut.
No. We love you so much. It was so great seeing you.
Well, you know what, guys? It does not surprise me at all that you guys are on your 500th episode, because you guys are amazing at what you do. You're informative. You're fun. You are great at what you do and super talented and smart. So,
Thank you so much,
and we have good taste in guests, don't we?
Yes, amazing taste in guests.
Thank you for your support. You're
Yes.
awesome.
Thanks, Christopher. Okay, this is like a juicy, deep episode. We have this is a long one, but it's been so fun. We do have to raise a wand. We have a listener raise a wand, but I'm going to have you go first. What do you want to raise a wand to, Jess?
I'm raising a wand too. Okay, they're getting a little like airy fairy. I'm going into my zone, but I love this. Okay, I am nuts about Kindred Black unicorn oil. I've been talking about this on my Instagram for a while right now. I am so nuts about this. How beautiful is this orb?
It's like an apple. It's like a golden apple you plucked from the proverbial tree.
Doesn't this look gorgeous? This is home decor. This looks like something out of a beautiful movie. Okay, it's hand blown from Oaxaca.
Hand blown glass from Oaxaca, okay.
And inside so it's like a rainbow kaleidoscope bottle. It's like individually done. So the bottle's gorgeous. You can put it like on your dresser. You can put it like anywhere you want. But it's a multi-purpose oil. It has red raspberry seed, cranberry seed, helps with UV damage.
Oh my God, I thought it was a perfume this whole time because it's so beautiful.
No,
Keep
it's
going.
No, this is a huge bottle. This would be a huge bottle of perfume because it feels like this is the weight of a heavy, heavy apple. Jojoba, oh my God, French plum. I mean, the list goes on and on. But you can take this oil. It has this little like cork stopper. It had like a wax seal, so when it travels, it comes in a nice box with all kinds of
with
packaging.
unicorns.
So the whole thing is it's like this very special oil. So you're going to feel like it's like a little ceremonial. And you put it on your hands. It doesn't smell like overly fragrant, so you're not going to smell, like if you don't like a spa smell, don't worry, it doesn't smell like that. And you have the oil and you just put it on your body. You can press it onto your face and it's like this one and done. And a lot of these kind of oils, they feel like other oils that are in like glass things, they feel very mineral or very cheap. And it's like, what did that do for me? I like knowing that this actually has all of those yummy ingredients that I just mentioned. And there's like a paper in there that has all of the benefits. And you could also put it on your hair too. And you know me, I like a one and done a lot. Having this next to my bedside, I like knowing that I can just slather all over and I'm getting the benefits, and it feels like this beautiful ritual, this beautiful bottle.
Do we have any
oil.
intel on the unicorn name or why? Or is that just meant to be like 1 in a million?
No, I mean, it's just like that it's about feeling kind of special and healing and magical. I think if you tap into it and you connect with that, that's cool. If it doesn't feel like you connect with it, all right. But
And no
I like
unicorns
it.
were harmed. Cruelty free.
No unicorns were harmed.
There's no horn powder.
No, it's
in
really beautiful. Yeah. Kindred Black.
there. That bottle's sick. Come on,
It's really beautiful.
I'll take that as an
It's
objet
total
in my
objet.
house. Yeah. Oh,
Total objet.
All right, this lined up nice. The product that I wanted to talk about has been under embargo and it lifted September
Ooh.
6th, which is today, so I can finally talk about it. This was a slow burn brand for me. It took a while for me to get into this brand, and I know a lot of you are into it. It's ourself, Jess knows about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, la-di-da, their lip conditioners are now tinted, and the reason I'm raising a
Ooh.
wand to this, our self-tinted lip conditioner, this is the Sunset Tint in Shimmering Rose. Okay, so I was wearing this the other day and I went to an event for like a filler company. And it was all these famous derms. And I'm like very open about all the stuff on my face. So I went up to this doctor, Dr. Keeney, and I was like, okay, look at my face. Like, what's my derm doing? Like, where's filler going? And he looks at it and he goes, well, your lips for sure. Jessica, it's the one damn place on my face I don't have filler. I have filler on my temples, on my cheekbones for under eye. Like, you guys know I have no shame. I have never gotten lip filler because I just never have. But I was wearing this lip conditioner
We were just talking about
day.
that.
Yeah, I was wearing this lip conditioner.
You fool the derm.
I fooled the derm. And I was like, dude, no, it's this tint. It's like a plumping hyaluronic acid-y lip conditioner. Like, obviously, gloss is going to make your lips look fuller, but he's a derm. He's not fooled by, like, the light reflective plumping quality. I think he was looking beyond that at, like, the structure of the lip and the fullness of it, because that's the whole thing with ourself, like, moisturizing from the inside out, the hyaluronic acid to, like, give you a plump. So you use this, and it really does that.
Well, you punked the derm.
I punked the
I like their
derm.
products a lot. I really like their products.
Yeah, so it just came out that there's two colors. There's this peachy pink kind of color, and then there's also like a plummy one, and then the original like sheer pink one. So our self-lip tinted conditioner. Should we listen to what one of our listeners has to say? Raise a wand?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Megan from Chicago. Take it away, Megan.
Hi, calling from Chicago. Megan here. I am here with a recommendation for a lovely fragrance from Maison Louis Marie. And this one is specifically for Jen, since I know Jess has been getting some of the love for the Raise a Wand. But this is the scent number 4. It's Bois de Belancourt is the name. It is an eau de perfume. And the fragrance family, according to Sephora anyway, is earthy and woody. So definitely perfect for your upstate weekends, Jen. And this scent type is warm woods with keynotes of sandalwood, vetiver, and amberwood. I absolutely love this fragrance. It also, to me, reads a little Santal-y. I don't think that any of that's in there, but it definitely just smells like a lovely kind of Santal-y soap maybe that you're using. It's an awesome fragrance. I absolutely love it and this fragrance house overall. So you should definitely check it out. Bye.
I'm so flattered. Like, I love you guys. I listen to all the voicemails. She's not wrong. Megan, you're not wrong. They're all, a lot of people know Jess's style and her tastes, and they can pick products for her. I just, maybe because I'm more of a mystery, perhaps. But you nailed
like
it. That's
that.
not, like, I love Maison Louis Marie. I think their perfumes are so gorgeous and so reasonably priced, like a good value. Like, they're high quality scents, but like not too pricey. And Bois de Belancourt, I have not bought a full-size bottle of it, but I do have a sample that I've been coveting. So you are right on. And I
love that.
Yeah, get their discovery set. It
She
has all
knows
the
your
little ones.
style.
She does. If you want to share Raise a Wand, here's how you do it. You take a little voice memo and you email it to info@fatmascara.com, or you call us 646-481 Jess. It's like 500
choking.
So girl, I've said it 52 times. Okay. I've said it 500 times. No, probably not. 8182 646-481-8182. Call us. We won't pick up. You'll leave a little message. And guess what?
8182. Wait, is it 8182?
8182. We have some homework. Jess, what do we want them to leave a message about?
Oh my God, this is such a good homework assignment. So we want you to tell us what fragrances you think are sexy. Seriously, what do you wear when you want to feel attractive? And I'd love to know if you could even get a little specific in your voicemail or your email, whatever, your DM, whatever it is, however you want to send it to us. Is it you feel sexy or like, who thinks this is sexy? Like give us a little color, add a little color.
Is it an attractive perfume? Is this the one you put on when you need to go out and have people attracted to you? Or
is it that you want to feel like hot for yourself? Like what is this? We want a little more information.
Yes. Sexy perfumes.
It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense at the end of the month.
It will, but I also just am taking notes because I want to hear all of these because I bet they're going to be so delicious for fall too. I don't know why. This is like we're going to go hand in hand in the rustly leaves wearing our sexy perfumes into our 500th era, right? That's what's going to happen for us this fall. And also get some beauty sleep along the way. Okay, we got a special interview on Friday, and we'll be back on next Wednesday, 5:01. Let's do this.
Only 500 more to go.
Whee!
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise the Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.